9 and 16. Yeah. That's what you put up on that phone?
Yeah. What's the 19?
Yeah, we just start off with that Isaiah 9.
Alright.
Yeah, I think as soon as I get it, then we open up. Okay. Well, hey, we'll start now since we already come. Yeah, you start, priest.
All right, hey, this is Isaiah 9 and 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed.
Kind. So we're going to start off by giving all praise to our power.
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honor to our apostles and elders, Great Millstone. Peace and blessing to the elect. We're Great Millstone, Mississippi. And we go into the topic of the leaders of this people cause them to err. You got it, bro.
And you know, it's an article we're gonna bring out. This guy named he's a senator. His name is Tim Scott. And basically, he said, go ahead, read it. Go ahead, title, bro.
All right, now this is Senator Tim Scott, and this is from newsbreak.com. All right, and it says, Tim Scott, I've been stopped 18 times for driving while black, but see beauty in cops.
He said, see beauty in cops. But he been stopped 18 times by being black. How many other Jakes been stopped each time they see him? He said 18 times. Some Jake probably get stopped every time the cops he passed. They I'm gonna pull you over 18 times. And he said, and see the beauty of cops. No, brother, we not tell you to disrespect the cops. We're not telling you that.
Tim Scott.
But the cops are nowadays. Cops are not in your best interest. Jay, do what they say. They pull you over. You hand out your information and do what you need to do. Don't try to fight them. Don't try to be disrespectful to them, because they on the verge. They in the mindset to take you out.
They got the power over death.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the scriptures say, you know, Esau, Edom, you know, he created a police force, or these different task forces, military, and they all have the power of death, you know. And the scripture tell you about scribing, you know, with someone who has the power of death.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I got a quick. All right, this is a response, you know, to his statement. It said he sees the beauty, you know, in cops. This is Jeremiah 30:12. It said, for thus said the Lord, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, thy bruise is incurable and thy wound is grievous.
That's it.
You know, Jake got a true mental illness, man, when it comes to their oppressors. You know, because Jake only feels their way only, you know, with one nation of people. And that's Esau, the Edomites. You know, Jake only has that mindset of seeing the good in Esau. No matter what Esau does, Jake sees the good in him.
Right.
You know, but here it is, someone that looks like them, they gotta be perfect to even be looked at as alright.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, Esau can wreak havoc in your life, destroy your life, but you still see some good in this guy.
Yeah.
You know?
And the good is what? To incline in the system.
Yeah.
You know, that's what it's all about, because when you go into in Isaiah 9 and 16, it's Strong's H8582, and it's pronounced as the yar, and it means what? To lead astray.
Yeah.
Mislead morally.
Hey, and you got a lot of so-called Negroes now, which really you're not Negroes, you're not black, you're the tribe of Judah, according to the scriptures. Okay, a lot of you want to be Republicans today.
Yeah.
You know, but either way you slice it, you all caught up into politics. Whether you're Democrat or Republican, you shouldn't be either. You know. The point is though, hey man, when you look at guys like Tim Scott, that's evidence of Stockholm syndrome, man. That's evidence of a man who's in love with his captor. That's evidence that we've been in America too long. That bruise is incurable. So what can cure it?
Yeah.
This truth. You know, because Yahweh Shai, he's the physician. You know, this that healing medicine that our people need, man. And the medicine ultimately is is the Holy Spirit. It begins with you coming back to your heritage, knowing your power, knowing who you are, all right, knowing Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahweh Shai, and knowing that you're an Israelite from your perspective tribe, and also knowing that the same thing that happened to us is about to happen to our enemies, And before we start up, we were speaking about this new show is on Amazon Prime. It's called Them. Hey, that's a good series. If you brothers, you got Amazon Prime, hey, check it out. But it reminds you of that movie Get Out and also Us, But along with all these other, mini series and movies that they'll make about slavery, basically, or things that got to do with slavery. Why is the Lord putting in the minds of these different directors and producers to keep bringing up slavery? Because it's not going away, man. You can't cure it,
And it's a witness bearing against them.
It's a witness bearing against them, and basically, well, I'm glad you said that, bro, because you always going to this system. It's rigged. Mm-hmm. We're not meant to make it, bro. Only way you can make it in this society, you got to sell your soul.
That's it.
You cannot escape it, man.
That's it.
You got it, bro.
And hey, just some background on this nigga, according to his celebrity net worth, is $200,000, right? So it states, how much is Tim Scott worth? Tim Scott net worth. All right. Tim Scott is an American politician and businessman who has a net worth of $200,000. He is best known for being a United States Senator from South Carolina. When Tim first released a financial report in 2009, he estimated his net worth at $3.8 million. Of that amount, roughly $3 million was the value of real estate investments. Unfortunately for Mr. Scott, something happened between 2012 and 2013 that caused his net worth to drop from a peak of $4 million to just $250K in 2013.
So he's trying to get back to that lifestyle. And when you go to that word incurable, it's the Hebrew word anash. It says to be sick, to be desperate.
Wow.
And like you said,
wow.
Sick from that mental illness.
Yeah.
And because of that mental illness, you're desperate to do anything.
He's desperate to get back to that four M's. It's a different lifestyle, 4 million net worth and 200K.
You sure right.
See, this is what people got to understand, the motivation behind Jake to do these things, because when you reach certain brackets, in finances, you have a different access of the world.
That's right, bro.
You see,
that's right.
Like Esau, the earth is smaller. Esau, because he can move around because he got so much access and time. And see, Jake get a little piece of that, and Jake get desperate, man. And they make these crazy statements, or they'll sell out their own people, or they'll be used to influence. All right, you Israelites, in wickedness, just so they can have that little piece of that access. That Esau has of his blessing, man.
That's right.
If you can give Jake a little piece of the fatness of the earth, man, he'll sell millions of Israelites out, man.
That's right, bro. This is Jeremiah. You had something?
No.
Okay. Hey, Jeremiah 14:2. Judah mourn, and the gates thereof languish.
Yep, and the gates is the leadership. And you see the leadership of Jake, because you Israelites have the worst leaders in the worst time that's about to come on the earth. All right, you are the most least prepared people on the earth due to your leadership, because it's all over the place. There's no set standard amongst you so-called black people, man. It's a million philosophies, all right, a million emotions, all right. Then you got the nigga woman at the forefront.
That's right, bro.
You see?
That's right.
So your gates are languishing. Your leadership is horrible right now, man.
That's it.
You got
That's it. They are black unto the ground. And the cry of Jerusalem is going up.
The cry of Jerusalem is going up. Because all Jake do is all this complaining, but look at the leaders that you follow, man. You know?
Verse 3.
Yep.
And their nobles have sent their little ones to the waters.
Woo.
These various philosophies. The American dream.
That's it.
Okay. They came to the pits, the
Oh, man.
system,
Can't make it up.
and found no water.
They found no water, no relief.
That's it.
Because you go to these systems, but there's really no relief.
Yeah.
All right, for every one Israelite, you know, that so-called makes it, man, there's millions that's destroyed, man.
That's right.
You know?
That's right.
Yeah, hey, to land back what the priest is reading, hey, that's why it says in the book of Proverbs, drink waters out of your own cistern.
That's right.
And running waters out of our own well, because what we call the American dream, it was never made for us.
Right.
Watch them. Hey, they show you that.
Right.
You know, hey, all these different neighborhoods that Jake live in now,
Yeah.
and we witnessed it. Now we not in East Compton or West Compton, you know, like you watching that miniseries, but basically wherever you live at, and it's predominantly Jake now, you better believe back in the day, whether it was the 40s or the 50s, these were areas that was predominantly occupied by Edomites. It was really meant for them, you know. Hey, now you got it, bro.
Hey, you know what? No, keep talking. Give Roof 1 and 20, bro.
But yeah, hey, our system is coming. All right, so we gotta wait for that. And hey, I ain't gonna give it away, but hey, Esau knows that what they call a black man's heaven is a so-called white man's hell.
Mm-hmm.
And they keep bringing this out, bro. You know, but on the other side, you know, their heaven is our hell, and that's what we're experiencing right now.
Lazarus.
Yep, that's it.
And if I can add, their main antagonist, which was a Edomite woman on that show, them.
Yep.
She told when they had the neighborhood meeting, she told those other Edomite families, we cannot let these niggas get comfortable, man. You know? And that's the mind frame of all these Edomites, man. They do not want you niggas comfortable,
That's
man.
right, bro.
You see?
That's right.
Man.
Hey, back in the scripture, Jeremiah 14 and 3, they returned with their vessels empty.
Yep.
They were ashamed and confounded and covered their heads.
Hey, cause look at these jakes that go to college and get all these degrees, man. You know, they might have financial things, but inwardly they empty.
Yeah.
You see, they have no true wisdom. You know, they go like you say, they go to play sports. Look at Jordan, you know, which is probably the highest accomplished, you know, athlete amongst Jake, but he's empty.
He empty too.
You see,
That's right.
and but they were sent off, you know, by who, man? The leaders to do these things, man, to excel in this society. All right, but it has destroyed their mental, man.
That's right.
You know?
Yeah, hey, the average Jake look at Michael Jordan like a god.
Right.
You'll never make it to where Jordan is.
That's right.
You know, it's a false dream, man. That's why it's time to wake up.
Yeah.
You know,
He's the bait. You know, they just dangle them niggas like that in front of you to get millions of Israelites to try to accomplish that, and then only less than 1% make it, and the other one fall to the wayside,
That's
man.
it, bro.
I got a quick, young.
Yeah, can't get the
Okay.
This Ruth 1 and 20.
Right.
And she said to them,
Naomi.
call me not Naomi,
Right.
call me Mariah.
Mara. Right. Now, if you know anything about the Hebrew, this is where America derives from. All right, go ahead.
For the Almighty have dealt very bitter with me.
Right. So when you think about this, actually according to this lesson, we were brought to America. Why? Because Yahweh Bashem Al-Shah was going to deal bitterly with us. Punishment. Okay. So basically, we was brought here to finish our slavery, and then so we can be redeemed by Yahweh Shah and return home.
yeah.
You know.
And since the land back, your priest, when we was in the wilderness, you know, after we left ancient Egypt, we went into the wilderness, and the Lord basically, you know, put a tree, you know, in the water for us to make the water sweet.
That's right.
You know, but the water was bitter at
That's
first.
right.
But basically, you know, with it being bitter, El Pastor went into it. It was contaminated. But that's America to us.
America.
You know, it's contaminated. It's toxic. This place, it poisons us, man.
Yeah.
It's polluted.
It's polluted. But this,
I got a
So Moses, what happened? So Moses put what? The stick in there, which was the spirit. We believe it was the moringa. So basically, what's our moringa today? Yahweh Shah.
yeah, I was shy.
You know.
This is Micah 7 and 10. I mean, like 7:5. No, 9. This is Micah 7 and 9. I will bear the indignation of the Lord.
The righteous anger. Okay, that's what indignation is. Going back to what the curse is. All right, so through the Holy Spirit, we understand why we here.
Yep.
Okay, but see, 2/3 don't.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? That's what's a comfort to us via the Holy Scriptures. We understand, okay, it's just due, and everything that came upon us, hey, is for our sakes, but at the same time frame, most importantly, is for us going off.
Yep. And it's, no, I'm gonna finish this. It says, and gonna go into why. It said, because I have sinned against him.
We broke the laws, we broke the statutes, we broke the commandments of Yahweh Hashem Shah after we gave our word.
Yeah.
And it says, until he plead my cause.
Until he plead. Plead means what? Judge. All right. So prophecies has to be fulfilled. The counsel of the Most High has to be fully activated, and then the end will come.
Yep. Like, cause really, Jake be trying to judge their own cause by trying to elevate.
Yeah.
You know, here it is. The Most High has put you in punishment, but you trying to elevate outside of your punishment, man.
So you sell your soul.
Yeah. And the backside of it is you destroy it, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And it says, until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me, he will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness.
And that starts with this truth.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then it manifests on a physical level.
Yep.
You know, because really, you think about our leaders, basically, our leaders are really cultivating us to sell our souls.
Yep.
If you think about it,
that's true.
Because all they have to do is plant a seed.
that's it.
Hey, because you gotta look at like Deuteronomy 28 is like one big prison house, and the whole nation of Israel is in it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, you might be able to unlock a door and go into a bigger room of that prison with you know, a little better furniture, a little more TV. The women will look more pretty. Then you might elevate to one where it's better than that. But you still in that same big ass prison house. You never get off. And they show you that with Bill Cosby.
That's right.
All right. R. Kelly.
R. Kelly.
All right. Tiger Woods.
Yep.
They touch a big, you touch
Dr.
a big, Dre.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Man, Dre through, bro.
Yeah.
Finished.
Finished.
No more Dre there.
See? So they show you that, look, you still in that same prison house no matter what room. Your room might be more decked out. Like niggas in prison. All them cells, but some cells is more decked out than others.
All right, since you breaking it down, I think, since you're breaking it down like that, I'm thinking about the platform.
Yeah.
Man.
It just take a little longer for you know the table to get down, but it's the same prison, man. You know?
That's a good point.
Hey, I got looked at his Twitter, Tim Scott, this nigga, y'all forget. He said no amount of backwards bigotry will shape my faith in the goodness of America. This nigga here.
Can't make this shit up, son.
He said, what I meant to say on Wednesday night, I'm glad Joe Biden and Kamala Harris agree with me. America is not a racist country. Nigga, oh, you stupid.
Yeah, but you know, and all of our so-called leaders, because these are not your real leaders, Israel, all the leaders amongst Jake in America, they all think this way. They all think that America's good, America's not racist, you know. Now, we'll even, you know, speak about the wickedness of our own people and say how in some of these predicaments they put themselves in, all right, they have to take accountability. You know, it's some stuff they was doing that got them gunned down by the cop. But there is still systemic racism. You know, it was set up that way from the beginning. Once again, like Brother had read, you know, you return empty. Okay? The American dream was not for you. That's why Yahweh Shai said you should know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
That's right, bro.
This is our heritage, man. We're not Americans.
That's right.
You know? But yeah, you got it, bro.
And even like when you come into wisdom, it make you not cover the FRN like that.
Right.
Because you know that shit was side.
Fiat.
Yeah. You know, like I say, money is defense, and really, the brother, what's the brother name? Sydney in DMV.
Rashad.
Rashad, he was breaking it down like the FRN knows a currency. Money is the substance. Because even when the scriptures say money is defense, it's really like talking about land, livestock, and those particular things. Right. You know, now you utilize currencies, but see, it's gonna come a time where the currency gonna be through. You know, so at the end of the day, when you really come into wisdom, like this is a council of kings. Like you know, you think King David would have, you know, been taking pictures with a phone and paper, man. you know, our
Would've
forefather,
killed your ass,
Abraham, man.
Mhm.
You know, no, man. You see, so Jake don't even understand what wealth is. Like this guy, you know, he's trying to get back to a $4 million net worth. Well, when he had it, you know, he invested in true resources, man.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And then plus, you niggas don't have access to resources, man. That's another thing. You niggas just have access to slave notes.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, see this nigga. What's the nigga name, man? Well, you got with Young Dolph. You know what I'm saying? And this nigga Moneybag, yo. You know, Jay taking all these pictures, like you said, with FRNs, man. You know, on the shoulders. But what's they gonna do? What good is they gonna do when the dollar crash?
That's right.
All right. Hey, this society's coming to an end, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, hey, if you Jakes that still want to make it, and a lot of you Jakes, you know the wickedness in the so-called music industry, man.
Right.
You know, and you still want to make it.
Right.
You know, but it goes to show, man. Hey, what we speak about as far as the truth, beginning with Elder Pastor Sahara, what he said recently, this thing ain't for everybody, man.
That's right, bro.
You know, here it is. You done came into the knowledge, and you still want to go back into the world and pursue that lifestyle, man. You know?
Hey, what Cameron sound paid in full? You gonna give all this shit up, B? Yeah, you gonna give all of this up, man, knowing what's coming, what's pending.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gonna give it all up. That goes to show you how the Most High manipulates the mindset.
Yep.
You know, he takes that spirit away from you, and you have nothing to do with it. If I can bring out a precept, because hey, this nigga had 4 M's, and now he's down to 200-some thousand, right? This is Proverbs 23:5. Wilt thou set thine eyes upon that which is not?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
For riches certainly make themselves wings, they fly away as an eagle toward heaven.
Yep. Hey, because nothing is certain, especially in this society, man. This is a very corrupt system, man. You know, hey, because people with money, you know, a lot of them have to hide that they got money because, you know, they had to avoid getting sued. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife, if your wife leaves, she gets half.
That's right.
You know, you can be financially devastated, you know, by a woman. It's so many ways to go broke here, man.
Yeah, bro.
You know, so at the end of the day, all right, what Jake is chasing is very fragile.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
being a millionaire in America, that's very fragile, man.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because even bigger, what, more money,
More
problems,
That's
man.
right.
You know,
That's right.
I got a quick one.
I got some idea.
This is Proverbs 3:31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose on his ways.
yeah, and that's Jake's standard of prosperity is Esau Edom.
Yeah.
And that's why Jake come in this same spirit, you know, having no morals, you know, but justified by saying he's getting money.
That's it. Because the oppressor is Esau.
Yeah.
Okay, the ways is what the American dream.
Yeah.
But what Jake does, they insert the black culture, you know what I'm saying, mindset to attain the American dream. Because when you think about these niggas, P wanted to be the Black Bill Gates.
Yep.
Everybody wants to be an Edomite, even in black culture.
Yep. Jay-Z want to be like Bloomberg.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah,
Warren Buff, T.I. talking about Warren Buffett.
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump, then
Yeah.
Yep, the black Trump.
Yep.
Yeah.
So be like an Edomite or be an Edomite, but with a black spin to it.
Right.
You know? Even Wayne made the statement, you know, he rich as a white man. You know what I'm saying? Jump
But
like
then
Jordan.
the nigga just sold his publishing about 2 months ago for 100 M's.
Yep.
So when he dies, guess how much money that's gonna be? Maybe about 500, 600 M's, man. Millions, bro.
Millions.
Yeah.
Because the masters, that's gonna be a constant revenue. Because
Mhm.
every time a Wayne song is played, whoever owns those masters will receive a check. You know?
Hey, the DMX shit we saw. What DMX say? DMX stated basically, okay, he was like, look, I was the hardest guy to play on, actually to get to on this video game. But at the end of the day, they sold the video game for $50.
Yeah.
He only got 5 cents.
Yeah.
5 cents off a fucking video game, which was selling out, and then he got like a 25,000 advance. But then he stated that okay, when it came to like the album, he was only making 18 to 24 cents.
Hey.
But he went platinum twice
Hey, he said, and he also
One
said,
year.
in 1 fucking year.
and
He robbed.
Yeah, he also says like, I mean, when I said he had to get he had to pay for everything like the buses, the equipment.
Yeah.
He had to pay for all that.
He said he paid. He said yup. He said he paid for the distribution.
Yeah.
He paid for the process to actually get the thoughts from his mind to actually put it on a record. But long story short, he stated, what did he say? He was like, basically, he pays Esau back, and they still control the mouse.
Yeah.
Slave.
The slave, you're a slave, man.
Yeah, I think that.
Yeah, I got two. All right, this is first one right here. So, laying back what you just brought out, bro. It's Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33. Why tremblest thou wait to seek love?
Yeah, hey, because to make it in Esau society, you really have to, as an Israelite man, you really have to emasculate yourself.
Right.
You know, and that's the main thing that Jake is doing now is emasculating themselves. All right, to thrive, man.
Yeah.
All right, look at the rappers, man. They went from NWA, you know, these masculine, you know, hard body, you know, street guys to what, man? Lil Uzi Vert, you see, Young Thug, you see, and then look at the actors.
Yeah.
All right, look what they had to do, man. Put those dresses on. All right, be initiated with those dresses or some type of ritual. That's Jake trimming his waist to seek some type of relief in this society, man.
Yeah, because ultimately they're trying to stop the development of a nation.
Yep.
And they call it what? Toxic masculinity.
Yep.
All right, toxic means what? Poison. Masculinity means what? Males. Okay? Poison the males. You know, and they do it from a spiritual standpoint, especially when they can't destroy you from a physical manifestation, man. You know, and that's what it's all about. They don't want to see developments of the development of spiritual alpha kings, man. You know why? Because at the end of the day, that is tearing down their dominion. And they're doing any and everything to stop this development. But there's nothing they can do.
I'm gonna read it again. I got another one. All right, and you know what? I'm gonna read this one and you read what you got. All right, good. All right, Jeremiah chapter 2, verse 33. Why tremblest thou wait to seek love? Therefore hast thou also taught the wicked ones thy ways.
And that's Esau. I mean, that's Jake. You know, because even when you see how Jake do each other, you know, Esau learned from that, man. You know, when you see how Jake got that treacherous spirit, you know, against one another, man.
Yeah,
you see,
like Esau can learn some wickedness.
Yeah, from you know how to get over on Jake, man. You see, because all Esau do is study people culture.
That's it.
And infiltrate.
That's it.
You see?
That's it.
Yes, serpent.
You know, even when you going back to the conquistadors.
Yep.
You know how they pent them different Inca tribes and Northern Kingdom tribes against each other. Like, I forgot which one it was, but they called hell conquering one of those Northern Kingdom empires, and they wasn't able to infiltrate until they got help from the other tribes. You know that was over there. You know. Esau called hell conquering one. I can't think of which one it was.
What one Incas though?
It might have been, but I know they called hell trying to conquer it, but they didn't start making progress until they started getting aid from those other tribes that was envious of that certain king, man.
And that's been the game plan. 70 AD with Tiberius.
Yeah.
Okay, took down the southern kingdom. Even with Gad over here, these tomahawks. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, at the end of the day, Esau needed individuals within our nation to assist with bringing us down, man.
It's the same story though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, because people they model a lot of the behavior you can read in the Gospels. You know, dealing with our Lord in the 12, and dealing with what Judas did. You know, because he always uses somebody from the inside, man. Like it's just a continual story, bro. You know.
That's it.
But you got it, bro.
And then 1 Timothy 6 and 10, for the love of money is the root of all evil, which I'm keep going. Which while some covet after, they have erred from the faith. And
covet is your desire, your craving. Ain't nothing wrong with getting money, but it's basically what you're willing to do
for it.
to actually assess that money or attain that money.
But then, like you said before, the access it gives you.
Yeah.
You know, when you finally attain it, you know. But it's something else you had said, bro. You gotta question why now. And for a lot of you brothers getting these different, offers from certain people, or let say some of you brothers got different talents or whatnot, but you got an opportunity to make a certain amount of money. Why now though?
Yeah.
You got to consider, could this be Satan?
Yeah.
Because we at the end, bro.
Yeah.
Like we're right here, and once again, like I said, we ain't knocking you making your money. You do what you gotta do.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, man, you got to draw the line somewhere. Because ultimately, Satan wants you out the truth.
That's right.
What's the bigger picture, man?
That's right, bro.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
Damn.
And period themselves do with many sorrows.
Yep.
Cause that money will get. It may look good, but when, like a lot of rappers. I mean, I'm my soul man,
Mm-hmm.
and when that girl, like what's his name? I don't know his name. It was Justin's daughter. She with this guy, and he was like the bald head guy, Isaac Hayes, and he said she like, no, it's not like that. Then he said, well, he's like, oh, it's not like that, cause they know how the industry get down.
Mm-hmm.
People know how the industry get down. People know how Hollywood get down. They know, but they still put their children or kids.
Yep.
Towards that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, because to be honest, man, 2/3 of our people, they're highly satanic.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, it's a reason why King David, he had prayed for them not to come into the Lord's righteousness, man. You know, hey, Jake ain't gonna make it. That's why they gonna continue to sell their souls. Continue to sell our people out.
Mm-hmm.
But hey, Israel, you looking at your leaders right here. And not just us, but other men that are doing the same thing we're doing. But I got scripture. Was that on there, bro?
Yeah, that was it, bro.
Just real quick. This is going back to Priest Abaya and Brother Yashimah statement. Doing how Jake sick. Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 5. Why shall ye be stricken any more? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick and the whole heart faint. From the sole of the foot even unto the head, there is no soundness in it.
They from the head tribe of Judah all the way down to Issachar. 2/3 of our people are sick. No, what did it say? No sound.
No soundness.
Meaning what? No spirit. No spirit within 2/3 of our people. So therefore, they're manipulated. They're governed by what? The flesh. All right, and therefore they will do anything they can to appease the flesh.
Yeah. Hey, because although we're all slaves in the system, but when it boils down to everything that Esau about to do, concerning Israel as a whole, the slaves and souls of men for the most part gonna apply to the 2/3 because this system got them, man.
Yeah, man.
They fully immersed. But I'm gonna keep reading. I'm finished off. That says, there is no soundness in it, but wounds and bruises and putrefying sores.
And that's the effects of the curses.
Uh-huh.
That's the effects of the curses, man. And the only healing ointment that you can to put on these wounds is Yahweh Shai. The scriptures, man. That's the only application that's gonna soothe it. Other than that, it's gonna continue to basically bleed.
Yep.
That scab will never fucking heal, man.
Now you can patch it up and then it bust back open.
Exactly.
Only Yahweh Shai, like you say, because it's an eternal healing. Like you can have, like say, if you got dry skin or you break out with rashes. Now you can put ointment on it, and that rash can come back. But really, you're supposed to detox and then the body heal eternally. Then you start seeing the effects externally, and that's what Yahweh Shai is doing. So for Israelite man, has not begun being healed, that process of being healed by Yahweh Shai, he's only gonna wax worse and worse. All right, and as an Israelite woman, if you're not under, the leadership, all right, of those men, you see, whether you're in the household, you're a wife of those men, or you're a sister that follows those men that follow Yahweh Shai, then you're gonna wax worse and worse in this society, man.
Yep.
Because the main theme, is niggas is too far gone and Eve is too far gone. Yeah, bro.
I'm gonna finish it out. It says, they have not been closed, neither bound up, neither mollified with ointment.
Right.
Because Christianity didn't do it. All right, the Black Panthers didn't do it.
And Tim Scott, he's a damn Christian.
Yeah.
So he recently, said on his Twitter, but he was reading out the Gospels. He was reading about love your neighbor.
Oh, man.
You know, basically he was speaking about so-called white people.
Yeah, because that's the only neighbor you thinking of. See, the Christianity taught you to be passive while this man is in full attack mode.
That's right, bro.
You know?
That's right.
He taught you to, you know, it's like a boxing ring, but I'm coaching, Christianity coaching you to put your arms down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lean into the punch.
Yeah.
Turn the other cheek.
Yeah.
You know? Take the left hook too. You know? Yeah.
You slap me, I can't hit you
Yeah,
back.
you get your ass knocked out the ring, you know, and this nigga telling you get back in the ring, but forget this nigga, man.
Yeah.
That shows you we in the end now, brothers.
Yeah.
You know, hey, cause going back to that show, I keep mentioning that show. Hey, man, Jake caught hell during the Jim Crow era.
Mm-hmm.
Our forefathers and foremothers were catching pure hell. Like you imagine going to a all Edomite school. You know, you in the damn Red Sea. You know, just making up a saying for it.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know, you in this Edomite space.
Mhm.
You know, and you the only one. You know, they making fun of you, making monkey sounds and shit. You know what I'm saying, bro? Hey, that's trauma.
Yeah.
And generation after generation, like we're born. Don't you know that trauma's inside of us?
Mm-hmm.
And now look where we at. We at the point now. Look at us. We doing a sit down, brothers on the couch. You know, Lord will Saturday come. We're gonna be out on the street teaching. We've gotten to that point. It's the end now. So all this shit these niggas talking about, making it in America, you know what I'm saying? Doing what you gotta do, work on your purpose. When they say your purpose, they ain't speaking about the truth,
Yeah.
but you excel in this society. Man,
That's
fuck
it.
that.
That's what that red pill is about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That red pill is definitely about that. So you work on your purpose to attain the American dream, and therefore you can get the better woman, the better car, the bigger house.
The access.
The access granted.
Mhm.
You know? Hey, I got a precept. Ecclesiasticus 31:1. Watching for riches consume the flesh.
Ooh, consume the flesh. Hey,
Wow.
but what Chase say? You know, I've been up 2 days chasing paper.
Yeah,
You know, it consumes your flesh, man.
that's right.
You know?
Hey, Soldier Slim said back in the day he was up from 8 a.m. to 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It consumes your flesh,
Well,
man.
Webby said something similar. Well, he
Yeah.
said like he was just up all day, all night,
Yeah.
and not ain't sleeping.
Exactly.
I got 2 phones, I don't get tired,
Yeah,
all,
get tired.
all of those energy, man.
Mhm.
You know?
Because
But it don't give you no balance, man.
You don't.
You know, you don't have balance. Chasing money, you know, that's not what men supposed to do, man.
That's right.
hey,
You know?
come on, you know, 'cause Steve Harvey like if you in California, and you woke up 10 o'clock, you 4 hours late. The guys on in New York, they 4 hours ahead of you, and look, they constantly get money. You behind. You constantly kept saying that. You constantly get money. He just kept on saying
He's a
this.
so-called leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then it's a time difference, stupid. You know?
Yeah.
Of course they gonna be up early at
Right.
6 o'clock.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And but you know this motherfucker saying, "Don't sleep." He's like,
Yeah.
you should be. This is how they
Yeah,
talking about.
they want you to be a slave to this.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's same niggas saying there's more than one way to heaven.
Yeah.
Right.
See, Jay wanna tap dance and get around the fact that Yahweh Shai is our only way out, man.
That's it.
You know, because according to the scriptures, there's one way.
Yeah.
This is that what we're doing. This is that one way.
That's that straight gate.
That straight gate. Yep.
STRAIT.
Mhm.
There's not multiple ways into heaven, man. There's multiple ways to get fucking destroyed.
Yep.
You know? Back in Ecclesiasticus 31:3, and the care thereof drive away sleep.
Yep. Hey, because one thing about it, man, when you chasing a particular, financial, God said ain't nothing wrong with improving your financial situation if you can make moves. The Most High, He throws brother particular promotions and raises and business ventures that brothers can do. You see, but that's not what consumes us, man. Because one thing about it, you feel like you're a failure. You could be making 70,000, but just because you ain't in that, that coveted $100,000, $150,000 range, you'll feel depressed, man.
That's greed.
You'll be depressed about that shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
But here it is, the Most High is giving you a above average lifestyle. You're taken care of, you're good.
Right.
You have your necessities and you have a little change to play with,
Yeah.
but you're thinking about the next level, the
Mhm.
next level you want to go to, man. That's really offensive, man.
It is, bro.
You know,
because all that is actually required from the Most High to give to us is the daily bread.
Yep.
You know, everything else is a fucking bonus.
Hey, cause it's like if you take a woman to a restaurant, it's a decent restaurant. You know, she eating good. You know, you got the table, you know, reserved for. You got the wine, some good wine on the table. But after she get through, then she tell you about this other restaurant she want to go to right after that's a little more expensive. You know, you gonna be like, God damn. You know, that's how I live the Most High. Here it is. I done, you know, you good.
Yeah.
I got you in a situation, but all you can think about is another situation.
That's it.
You know?
That's it. Hey, verse 2, watching care, it's like watching care will not let a man slumber as a sore disease breaks sleep. You know, people who have cancer, they can't sleep.
Yep.
So watching money is the same thing. Verse 5, he that loveth gold shall not be justified, and he that follow corruption shall have enough thereof.
Oh, yeah, and then going back to the sickness, ultimately boils down, you want to escape them curses. And we here to tell you, you ain't going to escape them curses, man.
That's right.
You know? You got it, bro.
Hey, one more. Gold have been the ruin of many, and their destruction was present. I'm going to jump to verse 8. Blessed is the rich that is found without blemish and have not gone after gold.
Yep.
True riches.
And then our forefathers example of that, man. You know, Abraham and them had it, you know, but they had a good report that they were faithful until Yahweh Bashim al-Shai. You see, Isaac, you know, our forefathers had it. Job had a good report.
Yep.
What they say, he was the richest man in the East.
In the East, yep.
You know?
Yep.
But he had a good report. He kept his integrity when he lost everything, man. You see? So at the end of the day, all right, the money and resources and, you know, they are not wicked. All right? It's just when you idolize those things, man. When you center your life around that, man. You know, even the Most High told King David, you know, when he committed adultery, what did he say, man? He's like, look, I took you from being a sheep herder from your father's house to being king over my people. And then he said, if that wasn't enough for you, then he said, no, he said, I gave you the wives, all right, of Saul, all right? Speaking of women of Israel, Saul was dead, all right? But then he said, if that wasn't enough for you, you should have asked for such and such.
Yeah.
And I would have given them things to you, man.
Yep, would have gave you more.
Yeah. So it ain't that the things are wicked. You know, women within themselves dealing with women and having money and the best that the earth has to offer is not wicked, you see, but it's it got to be centered around being faithful to Yahweh by Shema al-Shai.
Yes, since you said that, Romans 11:33. All the depth of the riches, both of wisdom and knowledge of the Most High.
Yep.
How unsearchable are his judgments and his ways past finding out.
Because those are the real riches.
Yep.
What we attain right now.
Yep.
You know? Hey, and that's why it says also in the Psalms, thou will keep him in perfect peace whose mind stayed on thee. Because we don't have everything, but you know, our mind is at peace.
Yep.
Like you know, the brothers, you know, well, like the men that the brothers just read about, you know, Jake is caught up in the world that's, you know, all about money. They can't sleep, man.
No.
We can sleep at night.
Yeah.
So you know how much of a blessing it is? Sleep is from the Most High. Imagine, bro, you going crazy, man. That's a very unstable mind where you can't get rest because you worry about some money. And then you want to secure the money, you know? Hey, but anyway, man.
Can I say something?
No, you got it.
Ecclesiastes 5:12. The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much.
That's us.
But the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep.
Yep. And how much more the elite? Now the elite got everything. You know, speaking about, you know, these so-called international banking families. All right, which they are the international banking families, but you know, these so-called white people of the upper echelon. All right, they got it all, but they're losing sleep because of us.
Yeah.
You know, so it's a better thing to be a part of this as opposed to being part of this world, because this world is being destroyed before your eyes, man.
That's right, bro. And
scriptures say, Apostle Paul said it a few times, how covetousness is idolatry, because your mind is more focused on the things of this world as opposed to Yahweh Shem Shah.
You're making it a God, your sinner.
Yep, making you a sinner. All right, I got it.
You go.
Yep. All right, this Sirach chapter 13 and in verse 21. A rich man beginning to fall is held up of his friends, but a poor man being down is thrust also by his friends. When a rich man is fallen, he hath many helpers. He speaketh things not to be spoken, and yet men justify him.
Yep, hey, cause what he say, buying the Harris, you know, gave him a stamp of approval. You know? You see, and Jake, that's another thing. Jake, you know, seeks to be justified by men. You see, Jake don't have, like, we have a standard of the scriptures, and the scriptures cut and dry. You see, but Jake, you know, they get on these platforms and they seek to be justified of men within their wickedness, man. But that don't matter, man, because you get the stamp of approval, you know, from men. You see? At the end of the day, all right, everyone's going to be judged according to a standard, man. You know, and that's why we try to conform to the standard as much as possible now.
Yep.
You know, so we can stand in the day of judgment, Lord willing. Yeah, bro.
The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too.
Yep, hey, cause,
Goddamn.
hey, cause hey, we can't blink wrong.
Yeah.
You know, we get parody videos. You know, Jake get to investigating your past, and you know,
Trying to see where you work at.
yeah,
You know.
Jake tried to destroy you, man.
God damn.
You know, you can't blink wrong, man.
Yeah.
But here it is, they can say all type of madness, man, and they are held up.
Yeah.
You know. Well, yeah.
The poor man slipped, and yet they rebuked him too. He spake wisely and could have no place. When the rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue.
And that's the point right there. You know what the brother get. He said when the rich man speak, everybody shut the fuck up. Everybody, oh yeah, he's speaking. Like you know, you got what's his name? That nigga I just said. Tim Scott, that nigga. Steve Harvey.
Steve Harvey, yeah.
Everybody listen to fucking Steve Harvey. Everybody listen to that old cocksucker right there. And people listen to them. But when they talk, everybody shut the fuck up. Hey, guess what? When you preach the same way. When the preachers talk, y'all don't say nothing. But when the brothers say something about do this, do that, you got something to say.
Yep. And it makes sense. You know what I mean? We understand it. We go into this because we're supposed to go into it.
Yeah.
But we understand the reason why you do this because these men are established in this world. And we're not. You know, we're perceived as unlearned, ignorant.
Yeah.
You know, we don't have a degree in theology. You know, we didn't go to a cemetery school, as Elder Pastor Hart calls it. You know, we're not studied, so to speak, in this world. But hey, but let me keep reading. You know, it says, when a rich man speaketh, every man holdeth his tongue. And look, when what he saith, they extol it to the clouds.
They believe everything he say.
Yep. But if the poor man speak, they say, what fellow was this?
Like, who the hell is this talking?
Yeah.
Like, man, I know you. I went to school with you, man. What you talking about?
Because they feel that the rich man is smart about what he has.
That's right.
And so now by them listening to what everything he's saying, they're making that pinpoint, okay, I can be just like this.
Yeah.
By his knowledge base,
Yeah.
by his philosophies, things he's into.
And what he got, big
What-
house.
Exactly.
House, cars, women, all that. People look at that. Man, I gotta listen to him. I got to follow his path. I gotta go get all these fucking books. I gotta go to school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's what they do.
But just like Priest Bias said, you know, when you listen to guys like Kevin Samuels, he's speaking about being a high value male, basically being like Esau.
That's it.
You know? Yeah. It says, and if he stumble, they will help to overthrow him.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they would do to us.
Yep.
If we stumble, like if we say like that that big old the rape incident, well, the situation really the prophet just explained if this happened.
But you know what, bro?
They just jumped on and go ahead.
That's not even a stumble. I'll tell you a stumble. The 2000 incident.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You think about it.
Yeah.
Because that's scripture. The rape is scriptural.
Yeah.
But with the 2K, it was actually for prophecy's sake, but at the same time frame, just because the world didn't end,
Right then.
that was a stumble.
Yeah. Come.
Yep.
So they bring it up to this day.
And they bring it up to this day. Y'all not men of the Lord. Y'all said it was going to end in 2000.
Yeah.
You're right, bro.
Men saying that they gave up all this time in the world. Man, I gave up my life for this. You know? That's what I'm saying. So like you said, that was that stumbling block. You know, hey, but that shows that really you guys weren't rooted. But I'm gonna keep reading one more verse on it, bro. I'm gonna get this in Matthew. That'll be it for me. Now it says, riches are good unto him that have no sin, and poverty is evil.
Riches, and that's what the brother was saying. There's nothing wrong with getting it, but as long as you didn't defile yourself in order to get it.
Right.
You know, so if you can get a better job, cool. If you got a business venture, cool. But when you're selling out or misleading people purposely just to receive these earthly gains, you going to fuck off, man.
It said to him that have no sin. Jake will sin to get it. You know? Damn. It say poverty is evil in the mouth of the ungodly.
Right. But at the end of the day, this poverty does what? It humbles us. You know, it makes us who we are. Because if you had everything now, what's the purpose of the kingdom of heaven?
Yep. And the elite of Edom, they about to experience this. You know, poverty gonna be very evil to them because they got everything right now. You know, but you gotta say,
yeah, I'm saying this too. Like I'm saying what I said, it was when to stumble. It was basically like when we brought it out. People tripped over it.
Yeah.
Like they got mad for
well, I mean, the incident with 2000, that's a heavier stumbling block. But you know, for a lot of guys, Deuteronomy was the 22nd chapter. That is because like an offense is something that causes you to stumble. So guys are offended by that. But you're offended by the scriptures. And even with the 2000 thing, you know, you always bring it out. You know, scriptures that say, you should desire to see one of the days of the Son of Man. You should not see it. So ultimately, you had to be spiritual. Because, hey, we believe through the Spirit because you can see it, man. Hey, when that happened, you can picture thousands of Jays going right back into the world after that. Because there was a lot of Israelites going back to the 90s, bro. You can watch them old, like, man, Jake was everywhere. Jake was even on damn Jerry Springer, man. Like, you know, hey, Israel was heavy in the 90s. But 2000 came, Jay gave up.
And that was a great sifting. Because when you go into that term, sift in the Greek, the definition also means mental agitation. So because they didn't see Yahushua coming on that desired day, they went back into the world. That was their mental agitation. So what was your point on the
I didn't want to clear it up.
You did,
No, you're good, bro.
Like you saying, like, because to the world, it was like we were stumbling. Because it was so foreign to the Western society to go into a protocol that dealt with that situation in that way, you know. And then it said if he stumbled, they would help to overthrow them. There's a lot of people try to use that rape doctrine to ruin brothers.
So it's scriptural.
It's scriptural.
So hey man, for you brothers, and you come in this truth and you follow Great Millstone, and for those of y'all brothers rooted, you understand You know us through the Spirit, like, man, brothers ain't doing no shit like that. Right. It's simply slander. You know?
Who raping Eve?
Exactly.
Crazy, man.
You try to avoid Eve. You know, I'm gonna go rape the bitch. You know.
Hey, we law-abiding citizens.
And the Lord gonna fuck up every one of you guys that did that slander too. And I'm talking about you regular jakes in the world that slandered us with that. Hey, these other groups that slandered us with that, Lord gonna fuck all y'all up, man. You know? But I'm gonna read this. Let this it for me, bro. All right. Matthew chapter 15, verse 14. Let them alone. They be blind leaders of the blind. And if the blind lead the blind, both shall fall into the ditch.
If you believe and follow them leaders, like your T.D. Jakes, your Tim Scott, Steve Harvey,
Kevin
Samuels too,
rappers, your entertainers, and you follow them. Hell, all them motherfuckers are blind, and your ass will, all the niggas will fall in the damn ditch. All of you will.
Hey, I'm gonna get one of Elders of Hobbes' go-to scriptures. This is Psalm 57 and verse 6. They have prepared a net for my steps. My soul is bowed down. They have dig a pit before me.
Hey, because these leaders look like they on your behalf, but really they preparing the net. Like I said, because they might get you out of one scenario, you might elevate in one scenario, but they still keeping you within that prison mindset, man.
But this nigga Al Sharpton, this nigga showing up at damn near every shooting, you know, You really think Al Sharpton? Because even Esau considered this nigga's an opportunist. Like Esau be on talk radio, they say, well, it's no coincidence. This guy, he's everywhere.
Yeah.
You know, he's showing up. You know, every time a black man gets gunned down, you know, why Al Sharpton showing up? You really think he's for your benefit?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but even Esau can see through that. You know,
That's right.
but just going to show once again, this is it. This ain't meant to entrap you, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, this knowledge makes us free, man.
That's right.
You know,
That's
you got
right.
it, bro.
Hey, back into the scripture, into the midst whereof they are falling themselves. And if I can just get that net, because it's actually going into the topic of the brother's lesson, and it's Strong's H 7568, pronounced as Rashath, and definition 3 of leaders leading people to sin.
And because you gotta think about a trap. You know, when you think about a trap, what lures the desired beast, you know, an animal to the trap? It's some type of bait.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they'll dangle, you know, the information about women, and you know, they'll dangle, you know, the money or the success.
Mm-hmm.
They use lifestyle. They use those things as what? A bait.
Mm-hmm.
But once you get within that, once you get lured into the bait, that's when the trap closes in on you,
And
man.
the trap is the system.
Yeah. You know, because if anyone teaching you to be a slave to this system, all right, that your value, you know, is based on status, you know, the lifestyle you can provide or whatever. Because you gotta think about it. You know, our grandparents and great grandparents, they had way less with more children and was way more better off, man.
For real, bro.
You know,
For real.
but you want to live like you say, because basically, even just dealing with the high value man, all it is just an upper middle class Edomite lifestyle.
That's it.
You know, that's just the basic, be a basic Edomite, you know, upper middle class, man. And here it is, they tell you that while they destroying the middle class, man.
Look at that.
That's the other thing
Yeah.
people forget about. They act like ain't shit going on, like it's just a regular year.
Yeah.
You know, like no, man, they destroying the middle class. This nigga is dropping trillions off into the economy.
Yeah.
You know, gas is going up every week. You know, easing up. Food prices easing up. You know, what's he got? A chicken crisis. You know, you got troop build-ups all over the earth, man. You see,
An upcoming drought.
yeah. You know, you got missiles going off in particular places, man. You know, and then here it is. You focus on trying to get to upper middle class, man. They destroying the middle class, man.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Hey, it's over.
Yeah.
Shit's over, man.
We got one more thing on that. All right, this Proverbs 17 and 15. He that justifieth the wicked, and he that condemneth the just.
Mr. Scott, when you go into that term justify, it means to make someone righteous. So he's saying that Biden or this government or this American system is righteous. He's justifying this mindset for you to do what? To be misled and to do what he's doing.
Like I said, America's not racist. And everybody see the shit. And he's saying they ain't? Come on, man.
Yeah, bro.
It says, back in Proverbs 17 and 15, he that justified the wicked and he that condemneth the just, even they both are abomination to the Lord Yahweh Shema Shai.
We're the just, beginning with the apostles. So he'll tell you, if you ask that man on the same token, that basically we're wrong, we're evil. But meanwhile, the white man, so-called white man's way, that's the righteous way.
You can see Tim Scott. He walked up to one of the camps. He'll lose his damn mind, man.
Yeah, he go crazy.
Yeah.
That's not the God I serve. Look at that.
Uncle Rugged
Through.
Finished.
You know? And with that, you got any brothers? And well, with that, Lord willing, y'all were edified. We're going to give all praise to our power. Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Double honor to our apostles and elders, great millstone, still well. Peace and blessing to the hopeful elect. Stay strong. We almost home. All right, and with that, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakah, Kodash, Abad, Babah.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah, it's in the center of it.